This week, E3 leaks, Blizzard's breast cancer campaign, Rick and Morty, and PC gaming gone mobile. All on Geek This Week. Hello everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Geek This Week. I'm X.
I'm Brogan.
I'm Gavin.
And we're just gonna jump right into this.
This week in gaming, E3 is just around the corner, and we already have enough in the way of announcements to get us excited. For a start, Square Enix has officially announced that they will have their own showcase at E3 this year, after taking both 2016 and 2017 off. Though they have not mentioned specific things they will be talking about, they certainly have enough games on the drawing board to constitute a spot in the conference. Whether we hear about Kingdom Hearts 3, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, or the newly announced Shadow of the Tomb Raider game, it is definitely a showcase that we are looking forward to.
While on the topic of E3 and announcements, Bethesda has been given some pretty cryptic clues about an upcoming release. Initially, on May 9th, in what many believe to be a slip-up, Walmart Canada released a product page for a few unannounced titles, one of which being Rage 2. In response, Bethesda posted an image on their Twitter page along with some rather interesting symbols and criticism, claiming that they got the box art wrong. Then, on May 10th, an image of Big Ben popped up on Bethesda's Twitter with paint smeared on the face of the clock and the hand stopped at 5:14, leading many to believe that we'll be receiving more substantial information tomorrow, May 14th. If so, be sure to catch us next week when we catch you up on all the details.
A new overhaul mod for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild aims for players to play as Zelda. This would make it the first time since the terrible CDI games from the early 90s. This includes custom voice lines, outfits, and models to fully flesh out the experience. Though this mod has been in development for quite a while, the mod recently received a fresh set of updates on YouTube, and we expect the mod to continue these updates throughout the summer.
Destiny 2's Warmind DLC launched this week, but not quite to the applause that Bungie had hoped for. Several reviewers online are saying that though this DLC does a lot to fix some of the problems Destiny 2 had at launch, it just isn't enough. Several sources are saying that the storytelling feels rushed, with a campaign that can be completed in less than 2 hours. The content feels recycled, and that the lack of new classes or notably new enemies makes the DLC feel just as stale as the original game. Some are even saying the legendary weapons received as rewards for completing the DLC feel like reskinned, better versions of older weapons. It seems we may just have to wait for this ever-elusive, massive fall update to see if this game is ever going to be anything more than just FPS level grinding.
Last but certainly not least this week for gaming, Overwatch has released a brand new skin for Mercy, and all of the proceeds are going towards breast cancer research. The skin, simply called Pink Mercy, features the angelic heroine donning an almost obnoxiously pink dress with pink wings to match. During this event, Blizzard is also selling a limited edition Pink Mercy t-shirt for $30. A small controversy also arose when it seemed Sony may have been taking a cut from the skins purchased through the PS4 store, but they were quick to quell the outcry and have confirmed they aren't taking any of the money for themselves. We're glad Blizzard is doing this event, and we hope to see more in the future.
This week in television and movies, after a tremendous bout of waiting and anticipation, Rick and Morty fans receive some welcoming news. On May 10th, Justin Roiland, one of the creators of the show, announced that the show would be receiving at least another 70 more episodes via an illustration of the show's two main characters on Twitter. There was no information in regards to a release date for a new season for the show, but Roiland also mentioned in the same tweet that he was looking forward to all the tweets asking where it is, which leads us to believe that this information is not far behind. Regardless, we'd be lying if we said we weren't looking forward to it.
In a disappointing but not terribly surprising turn of events, it seems like the MoviePass company may be on its last legs. The service itself allows users to pay a flat rate of $10 a month, which in turn allows them to see any movie in theaters up to a maximum of one movie every 24 hours. Seeing as a single movie would cost you almost $10 these days, it seems like a dream come true for many moviegoers. Unfortunately, it may have been just a little too good to be true. The company was able to get up and running due mostly to investors and backers who thought the idea seemed profitable. Their hopes were to encourage a large enough influx of people going to see movies that they could cut into the revenue of movie theater chains. Despite the growing popularity of MoviePass, they still seem to have been relatively unsuccessful in obtaining the amount of money they had anticipated. The CEO, Ted Farnsworth, says he still expects to see the service continue throughout the next couple months, so we'll just have to see how things unfold.
This week in tech, Niantic, the developers behind Pokemon Go and Ingress, are hoping to use their apps to put together an AR map. According to developers, they intend to have players use their smart devices to scan and capture their surroundings, which would recognize the contours of the environment, as well as prominent landmarks, and store them into Niantic servers. While they did not specifically state what they plan on doing with the new development, they did provide a taste of what was possible, stating that someone could create a new virtual structure and allow others to view the same structure. All we have to say on the matter is fully augmented Pokemon battles may not be that far off anymore.
Tragically, the repeal of net neutrality laws is officially supposed to take place June 11th. Only a few months after the Federal Communications Commission voted to remove the rules they felt were throttling internet traffic. The repeal could have taken effect sooner, but FCC Chairman Ajit Pai stated that he was willing to wait a bit longer in order to allow the Office of Management and Budget to pass a newer version of the transparency rules requiring ISPs to disclose their network management practices. There's no saying for sure what we can expect to see happen along with the repeal, but it is safe to say tensions are high. Others on the FCC Commission, like Jessica Rosenworcel, are already fighting against the repeal, stating it is going against the beliefs of the American public that internet openness should remain the law of the land. A bill is already being proposed to reverse the repeal as early as June 12th.
Valve announced that they have been working on a new device called Steam Link app, which allows users to stream PC games to their mobile devices. The device apparently works very similarly to the previously released Steam Link, which allows users to stream their PC games to the TV. The device is also said to allow you to stream movies and shows from Steam servers to your device as well, like other streaming services. It seems like quite a monumental task trying to effectively allow someone to play some of the more graphically demanding games on their phone when some PCs even struggle to run them. However, they do seem confident that it will not only work, but that you will enjoy it just as much as if you were playing on your PC.
This week in science, in a recent deep-sea exploration to the Bermuda region of the Atlantic Ocean, scientists have discovered over 100 new species of aquatic life. The discoveries came mostly from exploring the rarefotic zone, a region of the ocean that typically spans between 400 and 1,000 feet, or 120 and 300 meters, deep. Since the Bermuda area has been relatively deeply studied in the last few centuries, many marine biologists were surprised to find so much undiscovered life in the region. The new discoveries ranged from crustaceans to dozens of new kinds of coral. It seems like for every bit of the ocean we explore, there's always another question asked.
Well, that's it for this week, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and let us know what you thought. Anyway, we'll catch you geeks next week.